Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is Ishita, the legal intern at LEXIS and Company for the month of June. Today I'm going to tell you all about the Ramani judgment which recently came into news in 2020. So let's get started. So, the Delhi High Court in M.J. Akbar versus Priya Ramani case gave an empowering judgment that can act as a landmark in India's #MeToo movement and women's rights. The court acquitted journalist Priya Ramani in a criminal defamation case brought against her by former Union Minister and editor M.J. Akbar. Men from privileged classes, when accused of sexual violence, are quick to accuse women of injuring their reputation and status. This makes sexual harassment invisible and silences and discredits women's voices. In this context, the code that held the right of reputation cannot be protected at the cost of right to life and dignity of a woman. Further, the judgment highlighted many other points that can treat the asymmetry of patriarchal power in the society. Significance of the judgment. Women speaking up against the sexual harassment are often disbelieved, often asked the questions that intend to silence them and undermine their dignity. The verdict tries to answer these types of questions. Why did you not speak up immediately after it happened? The verdict urged society to understand that sometimes a victim may for years not speak up due to mental trauma. Underline that a woman has a right to speak about the abuse even after decades. It pointed out that a woman's right to speak up against her violation was not restricted by the passage of time. Why took media or social media instead of filing a criminal case? The verdict reasoned that institutional mechanisms have symmetrically failed to protect women or provide justice. Therefore, survivors are justified in sharing their testimonies on media or on social media platforms as a form of self-defense. So, what is the proof? Many ask, what is the proof? It pointed out that since sexual harassment typically takes place in private, women's testimonies cannot be dismissed as untrue or defamatory simply because they are unable to provide other witnesses to back the other allegations. What about the man's reputation? When women's professional seeks justice against powerful men, generally there is the cry of outrage and injuries of reputation of such men. The Ramani verdict notes that a woman cannot be punished for raising voice against the sex abuse on the pretext of criminal complaint of the defamation, as the right of reputation cannot be protected at the cost of right to life and dignity as guaranteed under Article 21 of the Indian Constitution. Will the judgment be able to make an impact? The Ramani verdict is a huge moral victory of the #MeToo movement and will hopefully serve to deter the powerful men from using the defamation law to silence the survivors. However, sexual harassment at the workplace is a problem of institution rather than of individuals alone. Sexual harassment a means to control women. The world over, the employees deploy sexual harassment as a means to control women workers. According to many reports in India and Bangladesh, at least 60% of the garment factory workers experience harassment at work. In India, it has been much harder to call impunity to account. So, vulnerable sections are voiceless for factory workers, domestic workers, street vendors, sanitation, waste workers, construction workers, sex workers. Labor laws or laws against sexual harassment exist only on paper. Calling out their bosses as a perpetrator means an instant loss of job and pay. New difficulty to unionize. So the Ramani verdict is a huge moral vindication of the hashtag #MeToo and will hopefully serve to deter the powerful men from using the defamation law to silence the survivors. However, sexual harassment at the workplace is more of a social problem whose roots lies in the patriarchal mindset of the society. Therefore, apart from the judgment like this, society needs a cultural revolution where women are treated with equality, equity, and respect. So, guys, that was all for today. I hope you gained some knowledge and I hope you enjoyed the video. Please do like, share, comment, subscribe the channel for further updates. Thank you.